Hi and welcome to Knit with Hannah. I'm Hannah. I'm here with Knitting Natter to help you knit with ease, confidence and joy. Today I'm here with another gift knitting video and I'm going to share with you the 4 reasons I started and continue knitting gifts. We talked about gift knitting last week. I gave you 5 tips. Once you've watched it today's, then do go back and watch that if you haven't already seen it. I shared 5 tips on knitting gifts. Essential tips to really help you just focus and get those gifts knitted. Now, one of the main reasons I started knitting gifts was budget. This is a big reason why a lot of people start knitting gifts too. I had yarn stash and I hadn't even purchased a lot of that. I'd been given it and people had said, "Oh, you're a knitter, aren't you? Here you are, have that." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, thank you very much." And a lot of it I thought, you know what, I'm never going to use this for myself. But suddenly it kind of clicked. I can use it when I knit for other people. And then it made sense. And it would suit other people. The colours were right for other people. And they were appropriate for other people. And it made so much sense. So I was saving on the yarn. I had a lot of patterns already, so I could just dive into them and knit those patterns. Some of the items I ended up selling, so I made a bit of cash with it too, but it was budget. When this happened, we'd only been married for a couple of years. It was that part of our lives when we were thinking we'd really like some new furniture for the house, and we got to pay for Christmas gifts. What are we going to do? So I just started knitting. And it was really, really helpful. The budget part of it, and it still is a big part of why I started and continue gift knitting. So the second reason was requests. A lot of people had seen what I'd been knitting and I was starting to have people saying, "Cool, I love that, wish I could have one." And for those who weren't knitters, sometimes they were saying, "Did you buy that? Where can I go and get one?" And they were also saying, "Oh, did you actually knit it?" And then that conversation started, "Oh, cool, can I have one?" And I mean, one of the main things I remember was that my sister said to me, "God, those fingerless mitts would be perfect for typing." She worked in a cold office, so fingerless mitts were really, really helpful for that. And I said, "Okay, I'll make them for you for Christmas." I gave her a couple of pairs, and then 3 years or 4 years later, she said, "Can I have another pair?" And I made them for her birthday. So that request became gifts. It doesn't have to be, "Oh, I'll knit it for you, here it is." It can be, "Okay, here you are, I'll give it to you for Christmas. There you go, I'll give it to you for your birthday." And then you can say, "Perfect, what colour would you like? I love knitting this pattern." And then you can also say, "No, actually, I didn't actually like knitting this pattern, I'm glad I finished it, but how about I knit you one that's similar in a pattern I'd prefer?" You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to put boundaries up as a knitter and say, "Yes, no, let's do it differently," that kind of thing. So requests started coming in and I utilised those requests as gift ideas. The third reason was that I was at an age, my early 30s, late 20s, where I was getting babies appearing all the way around me. As a couple, we didn't have babies, and sisters, half-sisters, sisters-in-law, cousins, all those babies were appearing. And I thought, I've got to do something here. I can't just keep looking at gifts in baby shops and thinking, well, perhaps they've probably already got 50 of these because so many people have already gifted them. And the simplest solution, well, let's be honest, it came straight to my mind. I already knew I had baby gift patterns sat there ready and waiting for me. I had so many friends who'd had babies already, and I'd knitted premature baby hats, I'd knitting baby blankets, I'd done so much already. So it was just easy. And the baby gifts, when you knit them, they can be really quick, they can be unique, they can be really memorable. The baby blankets, they sometimes last for years. Children will drag them around after themselves for 5, 6, 10 years sometimes. So that's what I did. I knitted those items and they are memorable. They're more like heirlooms because if they wear them, then the brothers and sisters that come after will also wear them. It could be that they kept and grandchildren end up wearing them. So many of these gifts are memories. Not only that, because you've knitted them with colours that you've chosen, they are unique. No one can go to a shop and buy them either. They are the only one of those that someone has gifted. So that's why I love knitting baby gifts, and that is really why I started too. I knew I wasn't going to double up on a gift and they were going to say, oh, I wish I had a receipt so I could take it back. And the fourth reason, and probably one of the biggest reasons actually, was I got to a point where I thought, oh, you know what, I've knitted enough for myself. I don't know what else to knit. At that point, so many of the knitting magazines, it was basically, here's a cardigan, here's a scarf, here's another jumper, here's a Christmas hat, and it just kind of went round in the circle. And there were winter styles and summer styles and autumn styles and spring styles, and here's a wrap, and it was getting rather boring. And I thought, I just cannot keep knitting these things for myself. I've got 2 winter cardigans, 2 winter jumpers, 3 winter jumpers, 4 winter jumpers, Nick's got winter jumpers. I just cannot keep doing this. So I thought, I've got to knit these items for other people. And I needed smaller items for these people. I didn't knit them jumpers and cardigans because that's so difficult to get the perfect size unless you're knitting for a baby. In that respect, I would say yes, it's okay to knit cardigans for any child up to the age of 5, and then you're more than likely to get the right size. At some point, it's going to fit though. So that was a massive reason, and I'd say take a look at your closet. Take a look at your wardrobe. How many handmade knits do you have in there? How many of them do you wear and use for yourself? And how many of them are you thinking, oh, I wish I'd never knitted this. I'd never wear it because it's too much. I always wear the ones that I love even more, even though I love this one too. And it becomes this long winding tale. So the point is, you can wear these for many years, and once you've knitted them, there's no need to knit replacements every single year. Start knitting for other people and knit other items for yourself that will really feel at home in your life. Christmas decorations. I love what I've knitted here. This is a placemat. I use this for a teapot when I have one in here in the winter, actually in the spring and autumn as well, and not in the summer. No, not in the summer. When I'm sat here, the computer's right there when I'm editing videos and when I'm writing emails and that sort of thing. So this placemat is ideal. It's lovely to utilise. I love the fact that I just knitted that in a few hours and it was just an experiment, and I thought, you know what? I love that. I'm going to use it. There you go. Those are my 4 biggest reasons why I started knitting gifts. And if you would like to start knitting gifts, or if you've been knitting gifts for a long time and you'd really like to hone it and make sure every single gift actually works, you get that massive hug when you gift it. And I bet you've had a few of those. You just want every single knit that you gift to give you one of those hugs. Then go and have a look at Gift Knitting Reboot. The idea in it is that you set yourself up for years of gift knitting, so you know you will gift the ideal gift every single time. Do go and take a look at that. I'll leave the link in the description below. And I will see you next week, where we will start talking about the knit along that is coming in October. I'll share more details about that over the next few weeks. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next week. Bye for now. Happy knitting. Hi and welcome to Knit with Hannah. I'm Hannah. I'm here with... Okay, that worked well.